Now, there were 4 exclusive scenes that were released in the last day or so, and it does seem like secrets are going to be revealed in episode 7 for quite a few of our characters. Tariq will find out about Lauren and how she was taken in for questioning by the cops. And I'm going to be talking about how Kanan's hallucination scene will finally help Tariq see the light when it comes to those people that he loves, mainly Lauren. But connecting Lauren to another scene which involves Carrie and Tate. Could Lauren have blown up Carrie's secret about her relationship with Zeke? This is the second exclusive scene that we're going to run through. Now the third is between Mecca and Monet, and how Mecca holds the key to blowing up Monet's world and her family, because she just keeps on pressing Mecca, and it's going to leave him with no choice and force his hand. And the fourth and last scene that we're going to run through is the return of Paula, but that's just a bit of a funny scene, so that's a rundown of today's video. But let's talk about Tariq and Lauren first, because we all know as of episode 6, Tariq's out of jail and he's back on campus with an ankle monitor, so I don't think he's going to be moving around anytime soon. But we're going to see him back in class, and there will be some awkward conversations, as well as some secrets that are revealed, which Tariq didn't know about. Now, Tariq didn't know there were several police raids on some of the students' room on campus, and some of you may be wondering, how does Tariq not know this? Well, the thing is, he was told by Braden in episode 5 that the cops were doing dorm sweeps, and some of their customers were getting pulled in, but he was so busy and caught up with other problems that he had, it literally went over his head. And the thing is, Tariq doesn't see what we see as the audience do, and he's someone who hardly spends time on campus anyway. He was too busy trying to deal with the Jabari and Ramirez cover-up, making sure that nothing came back on him or Kane. He also had Monet breathing down his neck, and he had to keep his business going with Braden, but most importantly was Yaz's case and custody hearing. So he had so many issues going on outside of school, and he never had this talk with Braden afterwards. But Tariq will find out in episode 7, and he'll also find out that Lauren was also raided. But she put it back on Tariq when he asks her, "Why didn't you tell me?" She says, "Why do you even care?" Because he's someone who always keeps secrets from her. But Tariq's comeback sounds exactly like something Ghost would say. He tells her that he does so to protect Lauren, and it is very Ghost-like, because Ghost was someone who always kept secrets from Tommy and Tasha, because he thought it was in their best interest. And just like Ghost, Tariq doesn't like it when others keep secrets from him, because we see this sort of reaction. But coming to how Kanan's words will help him, Kanan warned him that sometimes it's the ones you love the most, and with Lauren admitting to Tariq that she got pulled in for questioning, I think he's going to start putting 2 and 2 together about Lauren's watch, because Rolexes don't tick, and you could definitely hear it tick in a few scenes. And with Tariq inheriting Ghost Rolex and then putting an emphasis on his watch, I think he'll have a light bulb moment when he's sitting in his room thinking, and he'll realize that Lauren betrayed him. But we have to say, it was forced by Carrie, and Lauren just thought she was doing the best for Tariq. But it's not just Kanan's words that will come back to Tariq. Davis Maclean warned him as well, trust no one. And just keep that in the back of your minds, because I guarantee we're going to come back to it with Lauren, or maybe Effie as well. But we also see Carrie lurking, watching Tariq and Lauren, and she's the one who's behind all of this. She played a major role in Tariq being the main suspect, and even though she is on the right track, her meddling with the St. Patrick and lying to Lauren is going to be her own downfall. So with that being said, let's move on and talk about this scene between Rashad Tate and Carrie, because there's going to be a memorial dinner, which was mentioned by Lauren, and it seems that Rashad Tate and Carrie might be attending. Now Tariq wanted to go to dinner because he wanted to save his political career, and something that's going to help him is this photo album, but we're going to get to that in just a moment. But it seems like Carrie may have gone to this dinner as well, and the way this scene goes down with Carrie in tears, and with what Rashad Tate tells her, the story is never over, and neither is yours, you'll find a way to survive. It really does sound like Carrie may be fired sooner rather than later, because her secret about Zeke may have come out, because we all know Lauren's going to be attending the dinner as well, and she's someone who knows about her relationship with Zeke, and she's also someone who's fuming with Carrie because of the way she lied to her and used her to get to Tariq. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lauren blows up Carrie as a way of revenge, because there has to be some consequences for Carrie. And if she's not going to be killed off, because campus is way too hot for there to be another death, the only thing I can see happening is Carrie being fired once a relationship becomes public knowledge. And if this happens, the questions we should be asking are, does she then get killed off after she gets fired? Or does she go back to being a prosecutor in season 3? And does she stick around for a bit longer? Because she can really turn into that prosecutor who's always after Tariq St Patrick, similar to how Cooper Saxe was with his obsession with Ghost. So who knows, if Carrie does survive, then she could go back into her old role. And she can be that person who knows Tariq is, but will never be able to catch him, similar to how Cooper Saxe was never able to catch Ghost. So there is so many ways they can take Carrie's story. I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised if she ended up pregnant with Zeke's baby, and that's the reason why Monet kills her, to carry on protecting Zeke's career, because let's not forget, they've done it before with Holly, and it could be Monet's savage moment on Ghost, who knows. So there's a few alternatives for Carrie's storyline. But on Rashad Tate's story, he tells us that's the fun of politics. The story is never over, and this really does sound like the start of his own journey and his own spin-off influence. I do think they're using Power Book 2 Ghost Season 2, and who knows, maybe even Power Book 4 Force to set up Rashad Tate's spin-off. And we all know that him being a professor is just a pit stop. He's using this position that he's got at Stansfield to get the dirt he needs for Rick Sweeney to get his seat at the table. So once he gets what he wants, he's going to be out of Stansfield, looking and searching for this power and influence once again. And he's someone who always lands on his feet, always finds a way of winning, according to his brother Kamal Tate. But what's the cost, and what is he willing to sacrifice to get what he wants? But let's talk about Mecca and Monet's exclusive scene. And this is a situation which is a ticking time bomb. The secret is going to be revealed, and when it does, all hell is going to break loose, especially if Monet keeps on pushing Mecca's buttons, just like she does in this scene. Mecca says, "Do you think if he knew he was missing basketball games and graduations, that he would have made a different choice?" And he said to Monet that he needed both of them. But did he really? Let's think about this for a second. What other dark secrets does Mecca have that we don't know? He reappeared in Monet's life 24 years later, and Cordy kept teased him crossing paths with Ghost before, so that's one. But in those 24 years, we've seen Monet build a family and get married, have 3 kids with Lorenzo. So what about Mecca? Did he get married? Did he have kids with someone else? Could that kid have even been Effie? A lot of people in the comment section keep mentioning Effie, so it's just another question I think we should be asking about Dante Spears. Does he have a secret family which we haven't heard about yet? But in this scene, Monet's really pressing Dante and telling him Zeke doesn't need him and she doesn't need him, which may be true, but all this is going to do is force Mecca's hand, because he is holding some chess moves which he can play. One of them is getting close to Lorenzo by meeting him and controlling him, and he still holds a secret that he's Zeke's father. He can blow the whole Tejada family up when he wants, but Monet tells Dante don't fuck this shit up, and it's only a matter of time before this whole situation blows up, because as I said, all it's going to take is Lorenzo finding out the truth, and it really will turn into chaos. But let's move on to the fourth and last scene, and that's between Davis Maclean and Paula. So we're going to see Paula returning, and Maclean really is funny in this scene. He has the audacity to tell Paula that he forgives her for going behind her back to Tariq after all the shady moves that he pulled with Cooper Sacks behind Paula's back. And let's not forget, he's also someone who's been cheating on his wife with Paula herself, and maybe even Carrie in the past as well. And Paula does tell him to put his ring back on. But with Paula's return, I did think she may come back as an alibi for Tariq for the Ramirez murder at least, because he was with her the night Kane killed Ramirez, but it doesn't seem like Paula wants anything to do with Maclean. So it seems like this route to prove Tariq's innocence will be quickly closed off. So that's a breakdown of the 4 exclusive scenes that were revealed in the last day or two, a few secrets that seem like they're going to be revealed, and a lot to think about for Tariq when it comes to Lauren especially. And will we see Carrie getting fired with their relationship with Zeke being exposed? And finally, has Monet forced Mecca's hand? Drop all your comments down below, and I will be back with my preview and predictions video for episode 7 tomorrow, with a lot more images that have been released over the last couple of days. So if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 2 Ghost and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.